Are you truly living or just existing? If you're watching this, some part of you already knows the answer. My name's Sean Kay, and for a long time, I was doing everything right, building the life, chasing the milestones, saying yes to more speed, more noise, more doing. Because that's what I thought a life well lived looked like. But underneath, there was a hum, a quiet, constant static, a yearn, a churn. I was here, but I wasn't here. I was surviving my own life instead of living it. I was slowly dying and giving away the things I loved because that's what society had taught me. I thought I was living my dream. Really, it was someone else's. And it had turned into a nightmare. I was just another cog in the machine. I was like every one of my friends, every one of my colleagues, living the same way, day after day, and calling it a life. Then escaping on weekends with drugs, sex, porn, gambling, even planning the next trip, just to feel something. Until burnout hit me like a ton of bricks. Heartbreak came next, then depression. And I was headed down the slippery slope of staying medicated, numbed out, and feeling dead inside. This happened twice in my late 20s, but I now understand the dark night of the soul was necessary. It was actually what woke me up and started me on the path to truly living a radiant life, a life on my terms, a life of adventure, a life of fulfillment, a life of service. But I remember lying awake asking myself the question that changed everything. If I died tomorrow, would I be happy with how I'd lived today? And the honest answer broke something open in me. Not a breakdown, a breakthrough. And I started stripping away every story, every role, every identity I'd built to look okay from the outside. And underneath all of it, I found something I had never actually felt before, but it had never actually left. An ember, still glowing, waiting. That's the moment I remembered. I wasn't broken. I was disconnected. I was fragmented. I'd forgotten what truly mattered. And the way back wasn't out there. It was actually already in me. And it's actually already in you as well. This isn't just my story. It's the story of an entire generation living one notification away from itself, hiding behind a 2D screen for endless hours. And yes, you're watching me on a 2D screen right now. Thank you. It's not having 10 times more Facebook friends than actual friends, hoping to discover love through a blue light glow on a dating app. Research is showing that we're more disconnected than ever. One recent study found that 1 in 5 Americans aged 25 to 35 don't have a single friend that they could see once a week. Is it any wonder we're facing a mental health crisis? We're lonely. Loneliness is scientifically proven, researched, to be more detrimental to us than smoking, alcohol, and drug abuse. But we've been conditioned to overthink instead of feel, to consume instead of create, to survive instead of truly living. Hyperconsumption, more. Digital noise and distraction. The relentless pursuit of more while we're growing quietly deficient in mystery, in magic, in soul-connected purpose, and in community. And the lights have gone out in our eyes. Many of the clients that come and see me, you can see the fatigue, you can see the tiredness, you can see the lack of vitality. And it's not because we're broken, it's because we've been disconnected from our bodies, from nature, from each other, from the part of us that actually knows what's true. And it doesn't stop there. That same disconnection has fractured our harmony with nature itself, our relationship to this earth, to the thing that provides for us, to our fellow human beings, to the spirit we share. This loss is not a small thing. It is monumental, and it is quietly, significantly harming our health, And my gravest concern is what's actually going to be left for our children and future generations. And that disconnection has a name. I call it the predicament, because you have a choice in the matter, a choice in every moment, a choice that can leave you feeling radiantly alive or dead inside, a choice that can help you uplift somebody else and make their day, or a choice where you're being selfish and feeling very little. And the way through it isn't another app. It's not another hack. It's not another 7-step system to optimize your life. It's not another influencer trying to sell you something. It's remembering. It's all about becoming through remembering. And here's what the science actually tells us. Your nervous system is always listening, reading the world for cues of safety or threat. It's one of our greatest adaptations as a human being. It's kept us safe. It's kept us alive. But now that's compromised. Thousands of times a second, mostly below conscious awareness, you're in fight or flight. And this is the foundation known as polyvagal theory, your body's felt sense of safety. It comes before your mind's ability to think about it, to think clearly, to connect deeply, or to feel calm. It comes from this set point. It comes from the core of who you are. It comes from your nature, your true nature. And when that system is constantly stuck in survival mode, in fight or flight or shut down and freeze, no amount of positive thinking fixes it. You can't meditate your way out of a body that doesn't feel safe. You can't take some magical, mystical plant medicine every day. You can't manifest millions when you're stuck in a state of barely surviving, because that has become your set point. But when, and this is the work that I'm so passionate about, when the nervous system finds coherence, when breath, heart rhythm, and attention come back into alignment, everything changes. When you feel safe within your body, in a nature-based environment, alongside other epic human beings, the results are infinitely positive. Self-love arises, sleep improves, relationships soften, creativity returns, and presence becomes possible again. This isn't mysticism, this isn't woo-woo, it's actual physiology. And it's the missing piece in almost every personal growth journey. I've been there, I've done that, I've tried all the things, and I'm here right now sharing this with you because you can't think your way into a felt sense of safety. You have to regulate your way there. You have to step by step make your way back to your true nature. You can't hack your way into feeling radiantly alive. It's not sustainable. It's not embodied. You need the guardrails, you need the handrails, you need the support to keep you there permanently. But regulation alone isn't the whole story. Underneath the physiology is something older. For centuries, universal wisdom, the natural laws that govern this life, was passed quietly between elders, poets, mystics, and teachers. Not as a belief, as a memory, as ancestral wisdom. The kind of knowing that doesn't need convincing, because some part of you recognizes it the moment you hear it, the moment it lands, and the moment you feel it instantaneously. Nobody can ever take that feeling away from you. I've traveled the world. I've worked with different indigenous leaders, cultures, teachers, spiritual guides, and yes, even gurus. And right now on the planet, this memory is stirring on a scale bigger than ever before, and it's bigger than any one of us. For generations, we've been taught to look out there for the answer. More status, more possessions, more approval from a world that was never going to hand us the peace that we're looking for. That era is ending. We are in it right now. And there's a shift happening in the whole collective consciousness on the planet, a turning point from the external to the internal, to the depth that lives within you. From seeking it out there to finding it in here. And you can feel it. Millions of us can feel it. It's not a coincidence. It's an awakening. The 60s and the 70s were just the beginning. They were the ignition point. People were turning on to this feeling. And then, of course, the system, the agenda, the governments, they didn't want people waking up. They didn't want people questioning their position in the great system that keeps them stuck and in a victim mentality, taking your power away, taking your health away, disconnecting you to your family, fragmenting your connection to nature. Of course, they didn't want that. But that's exactly why I'm so passionate about what we're sharing. Your breath, from your first cry to your last exhale, is the song of the universe made manifest within you. Every inhale, a prayer. Every exhale, a release. That force moving through you in those moments, that is your true nature. It's not something you need to find, earn, or achieve. It was never hidden in a retreat or a course or a program. It's here, in the moment, right now, in the beating of your heart. It is about remembering what was always there. It's about remembering that feeling, remembering that sensation. When you access it and you unlock infinite possibilities for prosperity in every area of your life, love, wealth, health, abundance, whatever you need, it comes through connecting to your true nature. And I call this the master key. This is the understanding that the essence of where you are right now and where you are looking from is what you are actually looking for. I'll say that again. The essence of where you are looking from is what you are looking for. But here is what most people miss. Accessing the master key isn't a single moment. It's a return. It's a process. It's a remembering that happens in 5 deepening levels: rhythm, resonance, reclamation, reconnection, and radiance. Each one unlocks a new level and a new dimension of your true nature, of you being fully alive. So what does remembering actually look like on a Tuesday afternoon? It looks like a single conscious moment before you respond instead of react. In a split second, anywhere, anytime. Once you have the master key, you can access your true nature. And the ripple effect through your life is unprecedented. It looks like putting a hand on your chest and asking what's true right here, right now, before you ask ChatGPT, before you go online for a solution. It looks like rhythm, real rhythm, not a schedule, not an itemized calendar, morning light, ground under your feet, a conversation where you're actually looking someone in the eye and hearing them. That somewhere greater is what we've built. It's what I've been working on for a decade. And there are 2 ways now for you to come in. If you want to start today on your own, at your own pace, that's Radiantly Alive. It's a daily practice, a living, breathing training that walks you through the 5 levels of return that unlock your master key and shows you why you felt stuck, burnt out, or disconnected in the first place. It takes away that gnawing feeling that something's not right. A little each day, and the remembering process begins for you. But if you're ready to go further, not just to understand this, but to live it in your body, in community, on the land, that's depth. Depth is not a workshop. It's not just another retreat. I've done enough of those. It's an activation. It's a place-based, nature-rooted container where you restore rhythm, rebuild self-trust, and reignite a vibrant sense of aliveness. Not through more information, but through real experience, real ceremony, real people, and a shitload of fun. It's for people who are done performing a life and ready to actually live one, to create an amazing life that excites you. Most of what's out there in the marketplace, it's surface level. You go to a 3-day weekend retreat, you have a nice time, maybe you meet some good people, you reset a little, but I've seen it too many times to count now. The work doesn't go deep enough. Everybody wants a quick fix and a fast solution. But a week later, you're right back where you were 3 weeks before. That's why I've spent this last year really defining and developing depth. It bridges ancient wisdom and modern science, and it weaves together the learning and experience from almost a decade of facilitating this work. I've held 35 retreats for over 500 people and countless workshops. I've discovered the secret sauce. I know what leads people back to their true nature, what helps people feel fully alive. This is what I'm working on, being connected to something greater. It's bigger than you. When you have the breakthrough, everybody around you has the breakthrough. When you have the breakthrough, your family has the breakthrough, your lineage has the breakthrough, society has the breakthrough. So ask yourself in this moment, do you want to begin today right where you are? Or are you ready to go all the way in, to go to the depth of who you are? Either doorway leads you home. You just have to choose which one is right for you right now. And this is the middle path, the beauty way, between indulgence and bypassing. To just scroll past another thing, to click into the next browser window, and to miss out on what is really true for you. It's between numbing out and burning out. It's right in the middle, to go deeper into who you are. And you're not here to become someone new necessarily. You're here to return to what's already true within you. You're one of the ones that I've been waiting for, that we've been waiting for. Not because you need fixing, because you're ready to remember. You're ready to create a beautiful life, an amazing life, to gather with community, to share your gifts, to love unconditionally and to receive love unconditionally. So I'll ask you the same question that changed everything for me. If you died tomorrow, would you be happy with how you lived today? The honest answer is no. This is your invitation. What truly matters? Return to what truly matters. Remember what truly matters. And answer the call to being more, to receiving more, but most of all, to needing nothing but your true nature.